Hello, Vestavia Hills City Schools family. This is the final week of school. What seems like one of the most amazing and remarkable and shall I say unprecedented times in our nation. We are concluding school this year in May. So that's exciting news. I'm sure your students are excited in a lot of different ways. I want to share a few things with you today and what will be the final update we'll give you for now. I expect during the summer there may be some periodic interviews that we'll do and updates that we'll talk about things as they evolve, but just a few things to note. First of all, graduation is occurring. It's occurring Tuesday night, May 19th. At our stadium, Thompson Reynolds Stadium. It's so exciting to know this is going to take place. I can tell you that Dr. Burgess and his team have done a tremendous job in following the guidelines that are necessary for us to be able to hold this exercise. And we know that people are going to be responsible and follow those guidelines. And we're appreciative of that because it gives us the opportunity to do what's most important at 6 o'clock, and that's to provide a graduation experience for our seniors. And I'm so excited about that. But a lot of people are not able to come, and that's mainly because of the parameters we have about how many people can be in the stadium. So one of the things that we have done is to provide a live stream opportunity tomorrow night, and along with some other information to learn about our seniors. Whit McGee is here to share that with us. Whit, thank you for joining us. Take it away.
My pleasure. We are so excited for the opportunity to celebrate these seniors in the class of 2020 and all of their accomplishments as they head off into the world ahead of them. So as Dr. Freeman mentioned, we have our graduation ceremony that's taking place in the stadium at the high school on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Now, the access to this event is being limited to ensure that we can comply with social distancing guidelines that are in place. And so for everyone who doesn't have a ticket that they've received directly from a senior, you can watch the graduation live on our live stream. It's going to be on our website. We are so pleased to have some students from the high school who run the live streams for football games on Friday nights, who are going to be there to facilitate that live stream for the graduation ceremony. Very pleased to be offering this to you and our entire community. We also have a listing on our website of all of our graduating seniors and what their plans are after leaving the high school. You can find all of that on our website at vestavia.k12.al.us/class of 2020. And also be on the lookout if you are in the Highway 31 corridor area, you know, the digital billboard down at the bottom of the hill near I-65. We've got a nice congratulatory message on that billboard that's going to be running all this week and next week, just doing everything that we can to celebrate these seniors in this truly unique time.
Thanks, Whit. Tomorrow night during graduation, I'll be sharing some exciting news about the accomplishments of the senior class. And I will tell you, Whit, to use the term that's been used many times the last couple of months, what they've accomplished this year is going to be unprecedented. So I look forward to getting to share that as well. Just a few things to remind you of as parents. We are doing pickup and drop off of supplies this week. Remember to make sure that you do that. Your schools have sent out schedules, so just follow those. Gives you an opportunity to get everything taken care of before the end of school. I want to talk with you briefly about the calendar for next school year. We currently have a school calendar that's board approved that has us beginning school for our students on August the 13th. And right now we're planning to continue that, but I will tell you that our state superintendent has asked us to prepare calendars for a later starting time for students in August. And so during the June board meeting, June 29th, I will likely have a calendar that could be a contingency calendar or could be one that we board approve that would have a start date for sometime later in August for students. And that is going to be just a possibility at this point, but I want to make sure that you're aware of that and be looking for that. I will talk with you more in June as I know more specifically what I would be recommending to the board. This spring has given us many opportunities to think about a lot of things, and one of those is we suspended all of our athletic play. And we had to do that because of obvious reasons. The Alabama High School Athletic Association has issued guidance on what we can do moving into the summer. And there's a website that you can see available to you here that will allow you to go and see exactly what the Alabama High School Athletic Association is saying about summer work. There will be no summer competition, but there will be the opportunity for limited groups for practices, etc. So our schools are still developing those type schedules. There's still a lot of conversation being had as it relates to tryouts for some sports and other activities that have not been finalized. Do know that all of that is in the works, and we're going to communicate that as soon as we're able to. I appreciate your patience on it, but I also know that things are changing rapidly, as they have been in the last few weeks. Our governor is expected to address us this Friday with new information, so we're continually building what we're going to be doing. As we think about the fall, and I mentioned calendar to you, we're also thinking about school and what that's going to look like. Most importantly, we know this: we're going to have school. What we do not know is the specifics of how that may look. We certainly want to and aspire to have our students to be with us on campus. However, that may not be totally a possibility. So our plans all spring have been thinking ahead and thinking forward to how to prepare for a new year with certain unknowns, in that we may be providing school in the building. There may be some possibilities it could be virtually again, or there may be some mix of that, and depending on student needs, could go even one step further. So all of those things are in motion as we prepare. Our state superintendent is providing us guidance that will be coming later on in June, actually, on parameters or things that we can plan for in the fall. In the meantime, we want to be ready and flexible in any way that we can, so that we can have school in a way that best serves our students. And I will tell you, every decision we make is driven by our mission, that no matter the circumstance, we provide our opportunities for students to learn without limits. We take that very seriously, and I know that you do as well. Part of that has been a learning curve we've been on this semester, this quarter, in fact, on how we use technology to actually make learning without limits possible. And despite all the challenges, it's been a really good semester for us in lessons learned about technology. So joining me today is Dr. Aimee Rainey, who is our Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning. Dr. Rainey, welcome today. I appreciate you joining us, and I want you to share with the parents today that are listening and watching this, what are lessons we've learned about technology and its potential for us moving ahead?
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. So we have learned some lessons, and I want to thank you parents and students for taking the survey that we sent out. And the student and parent surveys, which we collected during this time, have guided our work and will continue to guide our work. We want to continue to build on the principles of simple, concise, and consistent. These are guides that really have been very effective in helping us to deliver instruction. More platforms are not necessarily better. We want everyone to be comfortable using the tools and the resources that we have. Some things that were overwhelmingly appreciated by parents and students during this time have been the week at a glance. They really express that the appreciation for a blended approach using both synchronous and asynchronous instructional methods. Having everything posted at the beginning of the week allowed families to schedule their instruction based on their family's needs and allowed them to determine the pace of instruction, and that was appreciated in the results we received. And then also a very important piece to this was the social and emotional connection that was provided through the Google Hangout Meet sessions with teachers and classmates. And so it was just very confirming hearing from our students and our parents and our teachers. Some of the things that we have been using during this time have been effective, and we want to continue to take those things that are working and build on it as we look to how we might deliver instruction in the future.
Dr. Rainey, I appreciate those comments. What is it that we believe at the core of the idea of one-to-one for our students is the right thing to do?
It has been so important to us that we make decisions as we listen to teachers, students, and families. And we have the desire to build on the things that are working and to be in a position to best meet the needs of our students. And moving to a one-to-one format where we have one device provided to one student for instructional use, it has a lot of benefits. And so as we think about those benefits and why this is such an important piece to to our instructional process moving forward is that it will provide every student with an instructional tool that can be used in the classroom and at home. It will help us to mitigate the effect of disruptions which are out of our control. It will provide teachers more opportunities for planning instructional activities. And then by limiting the number of students who are touching a device, we can better address our goal of keeping our students and staff safe and healthy. So there are many benefits, both for instruction and for safety, when we think about moving to a one-to-one format with technology.
I think we certainly understand that most families would have devices in their home. Some would not. The interesting thing this quarter is we lent out over 2,500 Chromebooks to students for various reasons. So that is to say that because of the uncertainty of circumstances this semester, we had to be able to provide for our students when mom or dad were at home working, and not all devices are always available. So we learned that as well. The one-to-one gives us the opportunity to move forward, I think, with technology, as Dr. Rainey said. I think that there is certainly a need, and a need to be flexible, not knowing what the future holds. That's also important. One good thing to note is that we have the number of Chromebooks already available in our system for each person each child to have one. And we also did a major upgrade to our infrastructure systems last summer to accommodate increased bandwidth and needs that we would have as technology continues to grow. These are exciting things to think about and how we can take our game to the next level. And when I think about the next year being our 50th anniversary as a school system, I think it's a great time to look from within and see we've had a great tradition and a strong tradition. So how can we take it to the next level as we move to the next 50? Dr. Rainey, thank you for joining me today. Mr. McGee, thank you for joining me today. I hope that you all have a restful and enjoyable time this summer. I hope that it is going to be a season that blesses you. I look forward to talking with you along the way as we have periodic updates. Until then, I wish you the best.